Welcome to the Excelsior Health Podcast. This is the podcast for busy professionals and busy parents who are battling weight gain, high stress, and a drop of self-confidence. What we do, guys, we take the complicated aspects of fitness, we break it down to simple strategies, simple actions, so that way you can transform your health and rebuild a healthy lifestyle. I'm your host. I was going to say I'm your head coach, but maybe in the future, this is my co-host,
Coach Susie.
So today, we are going with another quickie. Susie, what's the topic today?
Do you want to lose fat or do you want to lose weight?
What do you want to do?
I want to lose both.
I think today what you're going to learn is a clear difference between two. Sometimes you might want to do both, but really when someone's saying that they want to lose weight, the main outcome should be you want to lose body fat. Mm-hmm. So we'll explain a little bit deeper. So losing weight is pretty straightforward, to be honest, compared to losing body fat. But losing weight, there's a couple of key things that you have to think about. When it comes to weight loss, we're taking a number on the scale. Let's say I'm a 180-pound woman and I feel like I'm overweight and I want to be 130 pounds, right? I'm 50 pounds overweight, right? Even if it's 150, I'm 30 pounds overweight. I want to see that number on the scale go down. So what has to happen if I want to lose weight? What you need to pay attention to is very simple. One of the main factors is the calories going into your body and the calories going out to your body. So I've said this on a previous podcast before, is if you want to look at your weight, you have to look at the relationship between the calories. Someone who's overweight, basically what's happening to them is they're eating and drinking too much calories and they're not burning enough calories. So if you're not burning enough calories, it means you're not moving enough. You're living too much of a sedentary lifestyle. And even if you are moving at a decent amount, that means you're just really over consuming on your calories if you see yourself constantly gaining weight or stuck at a weight over time. Okay? So how do we lose weight? What do we got to do? First thing that I would say that would be probably the easiest thing for someone to do is start moving. Okay. So what would be the best way of moving if it's just solely about weight? I wouldn't probably do strength training because you don't need to do strength training if you just want to lose your weight. What you would want to probably do is walk as much as possible. So low, steady state cardio. So if you're someone who's walking, you're rucking, riding a bike, stepper.
I said swimming,
but like things that make you burn calories, but it's lower intensity that you can do for longer durations and multiple times throughout the day. So that's the way I would start with it. Number one is increase your low steady state cardio. The second variable that I would prioritize if you're focused on losing weight, I would drastically reduce the amount of food and drinks that you are consuming. So I'll give you an example. Going back to that 180-pound female.
Yeah.
If you guys want to use this at home, take your weight, multiply it by 13, and this will give you like a very good average of typically how much you consume to keep you at your maintenance weight. So Vero, do you have your phone on you or no? What would be 180 times 13? 2340. So for example, on average, this woman, I'm just using the woman as an example, most of our clients are, she's eating 2,000, I think you said 2,300. She's eating 2,300 calories on average on a daily basis. That's a good amount of food, man. That's quite a bit.
Yeah.
So for her in this situation, we just ramped up her cardio, getting her to walk her butt off every single day, maybe multiple times per day for maybe an hour each session, just walking. Now with the food, we're taking her calories from 2,300 and we're taking that down to 1,800 calories. So right there, that's like a deficit of 500 plus. So the simple math is if we pulled away 500 calories from each day during the week, that's a deficit of 3,500 calories in a week, right? Just from her food, not even taking in consideration the amount of extra movement that she might be doing. So just taking away the food, now it's very likely that she would be losing 1 pound a week. Because for those of you that don't know, to burn 1 pound of fat, you basically need to lose 3,500 calories.
Yeah.
Right? So again, now adding on that low steady state cardio, it might even be more. They might lose, 1 to 2 pounds of fat, and that person might be down anywhere from 4 to 8 pounds of body fat in a month. So sounds pretty good, right?
Yeah.
Let's say they did that for a long period of time. 6 months goes by, and then now this person is 150 pounds. And that was like their goal weight. Is everything solved and good? Maybe. I would probably say no, because what tends to happen in this situation is, yes, they started doing cardio. Yes, they went on a diet and really reduced their cardios. But now the look is more what we would call skinny fat.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No, yeah, I agree. Skinny fat, but it's how is their energy? How do they feel when it comes to their strength? Or do they feel weak and now they're just slim?
Yeah.
But if you ask them to perform, a push-up, are they able to do that? Probably not.
Yeah. And that's a big part of what we're saying is there's a very big difference, guys, between I need to lose weight and I need to lose body fat. Because what is involved in weight loss and what a lot of people don't realize is this person who dropped their calories, what they might be taking a lot from is carbs. And yes, sometimes when you're losing body fat, you do reduce your carbs. But for a lot of people, the simple solution is I'm not having any carbs. And then originally what you're going to see is going from the weights is water. So you're losing a lot of water weight because again, you're just reducing carbs and of course calories. But also what happens for a lot of people is you're losing muscle. So that's one of the most expensive things for your body to keep is when you're in a calorie deficit, especially a big drastic one like we just said, it's hard to preserve muscle. You need to be giving it a certain amount of calories and you need to be giving it a certain amount of protein. So this is what happens to people is they start to lose a lot of water, they lose weight, but they're also losing muscle. And now they're at this 150, 140, maybe even this woman got to 130 pounds, but they're skinny or they're slim, but like maybe you wouldn't describe them as, hey, you look fit, like you look strong, you look healthy. Sometimes people you would even might say, they look like kind of sick now. You look a little bit different.
Yeah. And even though you're saying to decrease your calories is how you lose weight, some people could probably eat a donut and a chocolate bar and that's their calories for the day. They still ate less, but the quality of food is not good. So that's why they probably don't look healthy.
Or you're even when you're doing that, you aren't that healthy. I think if I were to be very clear, I think that person who is now 130 pounds or 50 pounds, overall, their health markers are probably way better than when they were 180, just because they lost all that weight.
Yeah.
So it's still a much better place to be in. But what we're trying to stress is where people visually think they would look like and how they would perform and act, it's not the same because you're not necessarily losing body fat. You're just losing weight. All right. So just looking at my notes here, couple other things that I want to say is what might happen in this situation too is you really just slow down your metabolism by doing it like this. So what would be the other routes that would be better is, what we coach in our program, our big slogan isn't like, come here to lose weight. It's no, come here to lose fat, build muscle, increase your strength, and transform your whole way of life. So what's the difference between basically losing body fat? What would be some things that you would do different than the person who's just like, hey, I got to lose weight?
Losing body fat, well, you definitely have to strength train.
That's the big one, man. So as we just said, the last example, just do cardio, you'll lose weight. But if you want to lose body fat and you want to change your physique, strength training is one of the most effective things that you can possibly do. So now add to that woman's, regimen 2 to 3 days of consistent strength training. That's going to make a big impact in so many areas.
Yeah. And of course, if you want to lose fat, you do have to be in a calorie deficit, but it's the quality of food that you're taking in, such as protein, such as vegetables, such as water. Those will change your results of not just losing weight, but losing fat as well.
Yeah, that's a good point. So
right?
Going back to the strength training aspect, one thing that I would put here and put in my notes is it's like a step up from just strength training. It's progressive overload. So it's not going to the gym and just lifting weights and thinking everything is going to be okay.
Yeah.
It's progressive overload means when you come to the gym and you train, you are intentionally getting heavier and pushing yourself close to failure with good form. That's what helps you build muscle and become more leaner and lose body fat.
Yeah.
Another aspect to that is performance. If this same woman now has this mindset of performance of, man, I want to increase my push-ups. I want to lift heavier. I want to improve my squat depth, my shoulder mobility. All these things help her build more muscle. And then, yes, now that she's maybe training 3-4 days a week, does she still need to do extensive amounts of cardio? No. But where the cardio would benefit her is maybe one day of high intensity cardio where the heart rate's elevated, but daily low intensity cardio of maybe 30, 45-minute walk to go along with that.
Yeah.
And, if you wanted to give a step count, for a lot of people, a very standard 10K steps makes a huge impact in terms of losing body fat.
But the one thing that we talk about that we preach here is the rest and recovery. Like if you want to lose fat, you need to get good quality sleep.
Yep.
Right, for your body to recover. And
for both. Like if they're going to lose weight or you're going to lose body fat, it's going to be the sleep for sure. Going back to what we just talked about with the calorie deficit. Now, I would say this person, because they're doing strength training, they have quality of steps, progressive overload, they don't need to be doing such a drastic calorie deficit.
Because they're moving more?
It's not even that they're moving more, it's they're moving more efficiently when they're doing strength training, right? So that's the biggest difference. If I do a crazy cardio session, I can lose, let's just put out a number, 1,000 calories in this 3-hour session. Let's just say it's 3 hours. But if I do strength training, maybe, you know what? I push myself and I burn, 500 calories in a good leg day or something like that. The point of muscle is your muscle will burn calories for you as you're resting and living your life. So yes, you can burn a lot of calories in a session with cardio, but the more muscle that you have on your body becomes more efficient at burning those calories. That's what makes someone have the ability to lose fat and maintain a very healthy physique.
And a faster metabolism.
Better metabolism. Yeah, that's because of the muscle that you're putting on and the style of training. And of course, what will improve your metabolism too is eating quality foods at the right amount. But those are main steps right there. One other one that I would put in there, like Susie was talking about, is, hey, quality. So we just said strength training. We stepped up the step count. We said a small calorie deficit. It doesn't need to be drastic.
Yeah.
But now within this calorie deficit, it's the consumption of protein. With a person who just wants to lose weight, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
You could be in a calorie deficit. You could not have protein at all. You can still lose weight. But if you want to lose body fat and you want to have toned, muscular, defined look, you have to preserve muscle. So eating the right amount of protein allows you to keep that muscle. And what would be a sufficient amount of protein that people could know?
0.8 to 1 gram per body weight.
All right. So in this example, that girl, she was 180, maybe her desired weight was 130. So for her, she might be consuming 100 to 130 grams of protein per day. That's amazing. Right? So this is the clear differences that we want you guys to understand is when you're thinking about your fitness goals, most of you guys that are listening to this podcast, you don't want to just lose weight, right? Losing weight, easy way to do it. Drop your calories. Don't eat food. Don't drink beverages. Just don't. Just like really limit it down. Go out there, do cardio as much as possible, and you're going to see the number on the scale go down. But more what we want is we don't want to end up looking skinny fat, low energy, not able to perform.
Yeah.
We want to be strong, fit, lean. In order to do that, we do want to lose body fat. So the key variables that we said, make sure you're prioritizing strength training 2 to 3 days. I would say more than 2, but at least 2 to 3 times per week. Increase your step count to be close to 10K. Slight calorie deficit. So that could be as low as, hey, 300 calories per day from what your norm is. And then the last thing is, hey, make sure you're prioritizing protein, which is 0.8 to about 1 gram to your desired weight. If you follow those key principles, you're going to be someone who falls on the other side of, hey, now I'm doing the things that helps me lose body fat instead of lose weight. Last thing that I will say, it's all a process. And don't worry if you were the woman or if you were the guy who was on just the weight loss side and you didn't know what to do. Now the opportunity for you is what we call body recomposition. And what this is someone is not overweight anymore, but they have a high body fat percentage.
Yeah.
And now it's not about drastically cutting your calories. Your calories can maybe stay the exact same or even be increased a little bit. It's all about your strength and performance and maybe even improving some of your lifestyle habits, like Susie said, sleep and stress management. Any last words from you?
Stay consistent.
Stay consistent. So, hey, hope this episode cleared it up, guys, so you guys could understand the difference between losing weight, losing body fat. What I recommend is you put your attention to losing body fat. It's going to have a way better look. You're going to have a way better quality of life, and you're going to perform and you're going to look badass. All right. So Coach Cory signing out. If you guys enjoyed this episode, make sure you guys share it. We always appreciate any comments, whether it's on Instagram, whether it's on YouTube. This helps us see that, hey, the content that we're putting out, it's resonating with our avatars and our people. So we appreciate, especially our clients, man. You guys are the best.
Yeah.
Always letting us know whether we're in the gym or texting us, topics that you guys want to listen to and that you guys enjoy hearing it so far. So Coach Cory signing out.
Coach Susie, be safe.